Many people and companies believe that working on two screens is a great ergonomic investment. As a posture and ergonomic specialist, I don't necessarily agree, and here is why. Well, I'm not talking about jobs for which working on multiple screens is a must. I'm thinking, for example, if you work in a security company and you have to monitor what's happening, or if you're a trader, well, you systematically have 6, sometimes nine screens. So this is not what we're talking about. We're talking about, say, normal office workers who get 2 wide screens, sometimes even 3 wide screens. Thing is, double screens have been shown to create more asymmetric postures or more asymmetric rotations. Why? Simply because the total width of the screen is wider than the width of your visual field. In other words, you cannot see at once everything which is on the screens, i.e. you have to turn your head to see the information. You will tell me, yeah, but due to that I have to change less between the windows and therefore I have less clicks, less mouse actions. And this is exactly the trick, is there is a balance to be found in what you spare to your shoulder and what you cause to your neck. There are a few scenarios which do not require a double screen. For example, I see a number of people who tell me, well, I need 2 screens because I want my mail to be on the second screen. Well, sorry dear, but unless you work for a help desk or a hotline, in which case you need to react to the mails as soon as they come, if you want to be efficient, CF getting things done, you should not be on your mail all day long, because reacting upon each notification is just going to prevent you from focusing on your actual work. Therefore, having a double screen to leave your mail on one of the 2 screens is not a good reason. Point number 2 is bear in mind that widescreen, the 16:9 screens, were developed to display 2 A4 pages next to each other. There's actually a not very known shortcut under Windows which allows you to do this now in a very smooth fashion. That is, Windows key plus left arrow will bring a window to the left and let you choose which window you would like to have on the right. And immediately you can compare 2 PDFs, 2 words, your mail and a Word, 2 internet windows and things like this. In some cases, for example, if you're a business analyst, well, it's true that this Windows arrow function will not allow you to spread 2 Excels, because Excels are wider tables, and in this case it can make sense to have 2 screens. But if I decide to have 2 screens, there are a number of things that I need to be aware. Number 1 is the 2 screens should have the same resolution and the same setting. In other words, the second screen should not be your laptop and should not be either darker or lighter or more blurry than the other screen. Why? Because every time your eyes need to accommodate to one or to the other, well, they get tired, and this could create dry eyes, visual fatigue and all these kind of things. Then the best way is to arrange your activities in such a way that at least 80% of what you do is on one screen only. And this one screen will be put in front of you, whilst the other one will be on the side of your dominant eye. Many people tell me, dominant eye, what is that? Well, to check what your dominant eye is, ask someone to stand in front of you, make a window with your fingers like this, and look at him through the window that you make with your thumbs. Yeah? The eye, in my case, the left eye, that you should choose to look through the window is your dominant eye. So if I would have 2 screens, I would have my main screen right in front of me and my secondary screen slightly to the left. This is the configuration in which you will make sure that 80% of the time your neck is not rotated. The worst situation, say, is when you use your screens equally. Then you're sure that you're 50% twisted to one side, 50% twisted to the other side. Well, it can happen, but the best you can do then is to have them as a V in front of you. And well, as your neck is more loaded, that means that you'll need to take more frequent breaks. Note that I do not recommend to have your screens as a straight line in front of you, because if so, that means that there's a short visual distance to the middle of the screen area and a longer visual distance to the extremities. And again, this means that your eyes will need to accommodate between left, middle and right, and this will create visual fatigue. So to make it short, the idea is to say, well, you should have a real good reason to see two things at the same time. You should make sure that your self-organization cannot be improved before you make this choice. And if you make this choice, well, you try to minimize the asymmetric strain on your neck, and everything that you cannot compensate for will force you to take more breaks and to do more neck exercises or upper body relaxation exercises in your neck. I'll put the comment of the relaxation video in the comments.